Okay, I'm gonna bake some chicken leg quarters, and we're gonna roast some potatoes. And what I use is an oil mixture to actually put on both the potatoes and the chicken. In my gallon-sized baggie, I've got probably between a half and three-quarters cup of olive oil. To that, this you can add whatever you like as far as spices or the amount. I'm going to add probably about a tablespoon of garlic powder.
Black pepper.
I've got a little bit of ground black pepper in there, maybe not even half a teaspoon, but a little bit. I'm going to add a teaspoon of sea salt, and I'm going to add a little bit of celery salt as well, maybe probably half a teaspoon. I'm going to add some onion powder, probably about a teaspoon. I'm going to add some paprika, probably a teaspoon. And I'm going to add some rosemary, between a half and a teaspoon. And you're just going to put that all in there, and you're going to kind of mix it up good. And I'm going to cut up some potatoes and put it in this mixture. I've got a 11 by 17 baking pan that I've lined with foil just to aid and clean up. I'm going to spray this with some non-stick spray. I've got the oven preheating to 400. This is going to take about an hour. The chicken leg quarters are pretty good size, so they'll take a while to bake. So I'm going to mix this up. I'll finish cutting up my potatoes and adding it to the oil, and we'll show you that. So I'm just spraying the pan. I know there's oil, but this really does help keep things from sticking. I've got the potatoes diced up. I don't know if you can see in here. They're pretty decent size. I'm just going to seal the bag up a little bit and mix them up in the oil so everything gets coated. As I said, you can use whatever spices you guys like. That's what I tend to use most of the time. And then I've got just a slotted spoon, and you can even use your hands. I just try to drain a little bit of the oil off, and I just put the potatoes on one end of the pan, and then I'm going to put the chicken leg quarters right into this bag and coat them with the same mixture, and they'll go on the other end of the pan. So potatoes tend to need a lot of seasoning, so be generous with your seasonings. Yeah, that one's a little big. That's alright. So it's been 30 minutes. We'll take this out. I'm going to stir the taters. They're already starting to brown a little bit. The juices from the chicken mixes in with the oils and gets all over the taters and gives them good flavoring. So we'll just kind of stir everything around. You can at this point flip the chicken if you want to. I don't usually. I leave it so that the skin on top will start to crisp up a bit, but you can do whatever it is you want. So I'm going to put this back in the oven. We'll give it another 30 minutes. By that time, the potatoes should be nice and brown, and hopefully the chicken will be done. Those are good sized legs, so it may take a little longer. Okay, it's been another hour. I'm just going to check the chicken, make sure it's done, which I believe it is. The juices are clear. Potatoes are nicely browned. smells wonderful. You got some nice browning on all the potatoes. And we'll just tip it up a little bit so that all the grease drains down to the end, and that's supper.
Later, all.